Hello there, what's up guys? Today I'm going to show you how to install Tailwind CSS and get started with it. So let's jump right in. So Tailwind CSS is a low-level utility framework that is used to style your website. That is, it's a CSS framework just like Bootstrap. Unlike Bootstrap, it comes with most of the predefined components, predefined classes like buttons and so forth. But with Tailwind CSS is a low-level utility classes. It only has utility classes, which are also known as set of helper classes, that you are able to predefine them and come up with particular components that you want to use. So Tailwind CSS is a low-level utility framework that you have to do most of the stuff. But the good thing with Tailwind CSS is that you can customize and come up with specific components in your website, unlike Bootstrap, whereby you have to use predefined set of classes. So today let's get started with Tailwind. So I'm going to show you how to install Tailwind CSS in this tutorial. So the first thing you need to do is to open your VS Code. So mine is already opened and already have a folder here. So let me just open my terminal command, and then now the first thing we need to do here is just to install the Tailwind CSS using npm. So npm is a node package manager that you need to have it installed in your computer. That is, you need to have a node installed so that you can use it. So already mine is installed, so let's just go ahead and install Tailwind. So the first thing you need to do here, you need to type npm install Tailwind CSS. So that is the first command you need to do, and then just click enter. So it will just take like 2 seconds or more. Okay, so now it is already installed. Just took some few seconds. So the next thing now you need to do here, let me just clear this. Now the next thing we need to do here is to create a styles.css. In other words, we create a .css file that we're going to include our CSS framework styles that are going to link between, in other words, they are going to be the framework styles for our Tailwind CSS. So let me just create a CSS file here. We call it styles.css. Now this one we are going to include this particular framework styles. So let me just put them there. So now this one is at Tailwind directive, which has the base, the components, and utility. Utility forms the classes, and then the components that we are going to predefine, and then this is the Tailwind at base, which forms the base class. So now that is the next thing that you're going to do. Okay, so now let's continue with the next activity. Okay, now once this one is already installed, the next thing now we need to do is we need to install a file called tailwind.config.js. Now this file contains the customization options that we are going to put in it during the development of our website, or that is during the styling. So now let me type this command, or let me have this command. Now this command npx tailwind.init is going to install for us the tailwind.config.js, which we are going to see just in a minute. Okay, so it is already installed. Now when you look at this file, you find that it has various components. For example, it has exports, extend, and plugins. Now this one we are going to use it to customize. For example, colors. We're going to, let's say for example, within the theme we can put classes. For example, we can also have variants and extend, and also plugins. Now we are just going to see this one as we continue using Tailwind CSS. Now the next thing, once this is done, we are going to put, so we are going to put in other words, you're going to generate another file that is called, you're going to name it output.css, which contains the CSS styles or the Tailwind version, and also the styling that we are going to source from. Now let me just paste this command here. Now when you look at it, npx tailwind style.css, we are linking style.css with output.css. Output.css is the one, just like if you have been using Bootstrap framework, you realize it comes with, for example, the version of the Bootstrap and also the classes that are normally already predefined within our code. So in the next, the same thing happens here. So let me just run this. So it's going to generate these particular files in a minute. Okay. So now when this file is already installed, you can see it is already now linked between. So let's just go to it and see. So output.css is this file. So it has the Tailwind version, as you can see, and then as well it has all the stylings for that we're going to use. For example, let's say we have things such as padding, top, bottom, and all that, padding left and right, and all that stuff, as we are going to be defining these classes and using them. So this one is like, it's going to be the, for example, whenever you have the external styles.css in the normal CSS that we use, we do normally define the classes somewhere and all the styling that we need. So this file has all that we need. So let's just continue. Now the next thing here you need to do is, let me just clear this. Okay. So now we are going to create now the HTML file. Sorry, Lord, let me just create this. So index.html. Now this one is now just the normal HTML that we normally have. Now you need to realize with Tailwind, most of the stylings, all the classes and the styling of our website will happen in the .html file. So let me just type an abbreviation here and generate this particular file. So now this is just the HTML document that we are going to generate the website from. Now let me link this particular file, output.css, which we just created because it has our styling. So you can just have a link .css, and then here we are just linking it with output.css. So the output.css file. Okay, so let me just save this. So now once it's already generated, since now Tailwind is already installed, we can just go ahead and check. So let me just open this particular file where it is already installed. I have it in my softwares. So within my softwares, I have it here, Tailwind intro. This is the index file. So you can just see now we already have it installed now, but we have nothing because since our website doesn't have any particular code. Now, since this tutorial is all about introduction and installing Tailwind, so let me just come to Tailwind documentation here, and let's just grab some part of a code. For example, let's grab this code which makes this particular card and this image over here. Now, so this one is now the Tailwind CSS documentation. You can just go and check it out. So let me just copy some of the code in here. So let me just copy and paste it. Okay, so let me just paste it within the body here and check what happens. Now, before I just show you the output, you can just see now most of the stuff here, you'll find that it is For example, we have figure class and all that, rounded, extra large, padding, medium screen and all that. You can see the W presents the width, H the height and all that. So you realize this is how Tailwind is. You find that you define most of your predefined classes, the utility classes, most of them will be defined here. Padding top like that, text center, left space, and so forth, text large and so forth. So this is how Tailwind is. And then you find that most of the time it is easy because you just have to define it within your markup and use it already in. Now remember, it is grabbing most of the styling that is in the output.css and all that. So let me just save it and let's see the output. Okay, so let's just see the output. So the output is here. Okay, let's grab this image from somewhere. So I just created a folder here called images, and I just have one image. So let's just go back to our website. So the place where we have the image is here. So let's just link that image. So it's just images / that. Let me just save. Let's check. So this is how Tailwind is, and this is just a bit of introduction in Tailwind. So this is just what is happening here, and since it's just one page, so it just appearing that way. But this is how to get started with Tailwind. So if you have any question, just link it, comment it in the comment section below, and hit the bell for notification, and also hit the subscribe button. And let's meet in the next tutorial. Thank you.